but I want to give you a better example. That's KLM. KLM channels Chinese millennials' interest through social media listening in traveling in Europe to create a goodwill ambassador social program. So they basically use Miffy, who will travel several KLM destinations in Europe that KLM flies to, as a way of introducing Europe to the Chinese millennials on Weibo. So they get tips. She actually gets tips from participants on this Weibo campaign about what she should pack for which city. So this is how you can get the interaction coming along. Okay, Chinese universities. Okay, first thing is sex sells, especially in the education sector in China. And one thing we can take note is even for 中国人民大学, the most prudish university, they changed their website and made this prettier student the key attention grabber because she accidentally had all her photos shared online. Fudan Daxue focused on graduation prom. In fact, it turned into like a fashion show instead. And Fujian Sida made it even more obvious. Our pretty seniors are waiting for you. They did this as a viral video. It sparked off a parody of pretty seniors waiting for you recruitment videos. Okay, well, interest is very, very interesting. Shanghai Sifan Daxue focused on graduation videos, a must if you want to get more attention. But then another way of getting attention, just show who's the most hardworking student in China. This particular lady from Tsinghua Daxue, this is her schedule every day. She practically map out even the time she goes to piss. Okay, it created so many response online that the guys decided to talk about the virtue of Gong Kenan, who is just as hardworking as her. Okay, for the foreign universities, they focus much less on cultural stuff. They focus more on campaigns like Cambridge did this entrepreneur challenge. Oxford did this virtual tour just to bring out the culture. But what I'm trying to say is this: the Chinese universities are doing a much better job with Weibo because they're far more opportunistic. They are open to newsjacking, and they really know how to tie their schedule to the popular culture online. Okay, I'm going to show you why integrating this to retail shopping is just as important. Okay, I'm going to show you this video.
Once, China had a day for lovers. But over time, this special day was overlooked by young lovers. This was not good for the sale of chocolates. To rekindle the romance, we decided to create a love story online. A story with the biggest tribute to love. To inspire lovers to act. With a story that is real. Introducing Ma Jin, an installation artist and a man in love.
嗨，大家好，我是马进。我最近呢，想要做一个作品，就是这样一个南瓜马车啊，它是一个心形的，上面有很多的这样的小的心形铁盒组成的，就是这样的铁盒。那么这个礼物呢，是为了送给我相爱4年的女朋友的。靠我一个人的力量是没有办法完成收集到这么多的心形铁盒的啊。那么如果你家里有类似这样的闲置的心形铁盒的话，那么恳请你帮个忙，把它寄给我，让我们共同完成这个作品。谢谢。
This story of love is posted on his microblog with constant update on the progress. His mission struck a chord with the public. They lived his labor of love. And approached him with the contributions. They became so involved, they actually helped to encourage Dove to be the official sponsor. The big day came, and Ma Jin's girlfriend had more than a share of surprises.
disclaimer here, we didn't pay him enough to buy the ring.
The response? Overwhelming. The story ended happily ever after, with a fairy tale ending for all.
This was done at my ex-agency, okay? I don't mind telling you the budget was hideously very low. It was less than $500,000 RMB, and it had to cover entire China. The client also briefed in the job 4 weeks before Chinese Valentine's Day. So what happened was the budget was too low for even a social network to consider doing a paid media response for it. So the media agency didn't want to do it. The PR agency felt it was too rushed. And then I told the client, why don't you let me have the entire budget and let me do what I think will work. I told the client we have no way of doing things the conventional marketing way. By the time I create a website, Chinese Valentine's Day will be next day. So the thing is, why not I create a real love story, or encourage a real love story that can grab people's attention and somehow transform that as a way to increase brand preference for Dove chocolate gift box for Chinese Valentine's Day. You might want to ask, why am I so sure? That's because, one, I've done social media listening. I know the young couples in China were actually looking for inspiration on what they can do for each other on Chinese Valentine's Day in the 3 to 4 weeks before that particular day. Two, there's always a lot of blowhard guys claiming on Twitter, on Weibo, tweeting that they want to do something stupendous for their girlfriend. This I also listened. And I actually captured a few dozen guys who said that on Weibo, passed the list to my interns. I told them within 3 days, go through their profiles and shortlist 3 to 10 guys they think will actually do what they just promised, to create a love masterpiece for their girlfriend. Martin was one of the candidates. He's an industrial artist. He has done interesting love art for his girlfriend before. So I asked him in. I told him that if he's interested in doing a masterpiece of love, we can help fund the project. But there's only one condition. He must use my client's heart-shaped product. Dove Chocolate's heart-shaped products has been in the market for over 10 years and is easiest found in any convenience store. So this is my angle on how to increase brand affinity, brand preference between the product and the actual social occasion. In return, I'm going to let him create whatever he wants. This is what I mean by China is the world's largest co-creation market. He was very interested. We didn't have to pay him a lot as a result. And within 2 days, he came out with this. Love Folly Oval, Love Teddy Bear that can be transformed into tables and chairs. Okay, Shanghai's biggest proposal ring. I love this idea, but it will cost millions in media. So I told him, why not we save this idea for Cartier? Love Carriage, Love Drawbridge, Love Gate, Love Merry-Go-Round, Love Boat, Love Jewelry Box. And we felt that the Love Carriage was probably something he could do in the 3 to 4 weeks before Chinese Valentine's Day, and that will be Dove Chocolate's Chinese Valentine's Day campaign, the making of. So what actually happened was I got my copywriter to actually basically be his assistant, help him put up content on his Weibo page, and then we had a few KOL friends who started seeding, and within 2 weeks it became an organic movement. And on the 3rd week, 7 days before Chinese Valentine's Day, I orchestrated an interaction between Dove Chocolate's official page with his page, saying that all the heart-shaped content is still missing, don't worry about it, we'll give you all you need. This allows Dove to own that particular moment, as well as the increase in brand preference. Okay, why do I keep saying that you have to focus on brand preference? Very simple. Millennials have to like your brand before they consider your product. They don't care whether your product is good or not. Serious. The brand must fit there. Social acceptance circle among their friends, and the perception of themselves. So increasing brand preference is key, while you still have to drive product supremacy at the POS level. This is one thing I need to mention up front. So this campaign turned out quite well, and I'm quite happy with it. Okay. And this is the other thing. This middle class is impulse buyer. and they rely a lot of sources online. So having as much content as you can online is key to influencing their purchasing decision. And if you want, and raising their purchasing decision, the other key area to focus at is to raise the brand preference. We have to raise the brand preference. Because right now, the shopper marketing funnel is so convoluted because there's so many channels they can get information. I do not know at which channel they will convert. All I can do is help you raise your brand preference so when they do convert or want to make a purchasing decision, they'll think of your brand. Okay, these changes in millennial media lifestyle is definitely changing shopper marketing. One, definitely video is a big thing. Okay, there's a reason why I'm touching on video very quickly. Okay, there's this thing called OTV, online TV, versus traditional TV. I want to tell you one thing. If you are a brand targeting at millennials, and please bear in mind this, if millennials buy this brand, most of the time the elders won't buy it. There's a reason for that. If the elders use this brand, the millennials will never go for it. The divide is becoming very clear from my interactions with a lot of F&B brands in China. And what is so crystal clear is you can see the divide between online TV and traditional TV. Online TV, traditional TV these days shows stuff. It's better to do advertising for non-premium brands like rice or cooking oil. Okay, online TV focuses on actually much better for more premium messaging. And please take note, the golden period is different between traditional TV and online TV in China. For OTV, online TV, your golden period is actually 11 to 1 a.m. So if you are trying to market to millennials, spending your money on traditional TV is a fucking waste of money. Second, okay, on weekends, this difference has become even clearer. On weekends, online TV has actually 3 peak periods. 10 to 11 for the early birds that woke up on Saturday. First thing they do, go online, go mobile. The next period is 2 to 4 for those people who has been clubbing all night on Fridays and Thursday. They wake up around that time. And of course, 11 to 1 a.m. period applies. So the type of content you serve and the channel you serve will actually tell you who you're actually picking your target audience. Okay, this is your marketing funnel. Very convoluted, right? And it's leading to 2 behaviors. These behaviors are not new, but they have become very pronounced in China. One is showrooming. I don't know what I want. I go to a store to check out what they have, pick out a few models, then I go online to find out more, or what my friends think about it, and then I make a decision or to buy it on the brand's e-commerce platform. Or the other way is web rooming. I find out everything I can online, ask all my friends, and then I go straight to the store for purchase. But the concern right now is showrooming is happening more and more often in China because of the convenience where e-commerce is concerned. Okay, so how do we do it? The key thing that I want to talk to you all today is very simple. Fuck social media, fuck technology for a while, and remember this. People don't make decisions based on just purely good reasons. Most of the time they make decisions based on emotional ones. I'll give you one simple example. 3 years ago, when I first came to China, I was in Beijing doing consulting for a 4A's ad agency. The senior CD there asked me up front, I've been doing this for 30 years. You just step off the plane. How can you actually teach me how to sell to my own base? I told him this. We were having coffee. There was a convenience store nearby. And I told him this. Why not we teach this store owner how to sell that big carton box of new shampoo products, which was totally unsold, within 1 day. I asked him to go first. He told the store owner, just do a simple poster, new product in Chinese, don't miss out. Then move all the old products that was clustering the gateway into the store so the new product stand out. That day, the store owner didn't sell one. The next day, I told the store owner 2 things. One, on the poster, scratch out new product, replace it with hot selling in Chinese. 2, remove 70% of the products from the carton box, leaving just 30% of the products behind. Once you sell finish that 30% of the product, just put back another 20%. That day, the store owner sold nearly 40%. So what did I do? Media is the same, brand is the same, price is the same, location is the same, consumer segment is the same. Media, of course, is the same. What's different was that I created this emotional gap that the passerbys think that they will miss out something. This product is selling a hotcakes and they'll miss out if they don't buy now. Emotion drives interaction, not technology, not social media. So if your campaigns don't have that emotional underpinning, I'm sorry to say you're not ready for the Chinese market, because the Chinese market is the most sentimental consumer market ever in the world.